Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and a good wherever you are. My name is JP. This is Websites for Beginners, and we are doing bricks, baby. Before I say anything about bricks, let's have a look at the website we will be creating. This is going to be a straight up one-pager website like usual for Module 1, and we are creating this Taco Fusion Cape Malay website for a taco shop that's not traditional South African food, but it is fused with Cape Malay cuisine, something that you find a lot here in the Cape Town areas in the Western Cape of South Africa. It is a one-pager, 5 sections to keep it simple so you can get behind bricks. We build out this massive, and I call it a massive Euro section. There is so many things going on here. Blocks, divs, flex, the works. And we're also going to be working with masks. From here, our hero section, we go onto a nice card section where we talk about the types of food. We're building all of this from scratch. This is kind of how it works in bricks. There's very little hand holding. If you want all that full control, you're going to get here. Also note that we are keeping the colors very straight, no weird backgrounds. And about our section, a little bit about the owners, husband and wife. And then over here, that testimonial section that we all want, again, a card section. And finally, we'll end it off with our contact section. This is the page that we will be creating, as well as this little navigation menu at the top that gives us jump links to the rest on the page. Great. And from here, all we have to do is jump into the bricks builder, and you can go have a quick look as how it looks in the backend. I'm using the light theme here. Everything created from scratch within bricks. So let's talk quickly about bricks. Now, bricks is one of those WordPress builders that came onto the market a few years ago. I got it at the very beginning, and the reason I got it is I come from this background of working with software like Quark, Express, and InDesign, where you really have all that control over where you want to put everything on the page. Every pixel counts, and you have all of that power to create the design you really want. What bricks does is it gives you more or less that as well, even though there is the consensus that bricks is actually geared towards a community of web development. Now, if you don't know what web development is, or you don't work with Figma, don't care about that. At Websites for Beginners, we give you the tutorials that include no coding. Yes, we're going to do no coding, and that means as well, no CSS. Yeah, I know you think of bricks. Oh, I must have CSS. No CSS, not in Module 1, 2, 3, or 4, because this is Websites for Beginners. In Module 1, we're also not going to work with classes. No classes in bricks? Yes, it can be done. And the reason I'm not tackling classes in Module 1 is because I just think we can do that in Module 2. Let's stick to the basics. And there's one more thing that I've gotten so many requests, and that is clamping. Why don't you show us clamping? Hey, clamping is a little bit advanced. To show someone at a beginner's level what clamping is, I have to teach you what is clamping. And we can cover that maybe Module 3 or 4. But maybe in bricks, I'll bring that already into Module 2 because bricks is geared towards that. So don't get excited about CSS because it's not going to happen. Do not worry about classes. We're going to simplify it. And clamping will show you how it works. But for these basic websites, you don't need that, regardless of what everyone says. That brings me to the question, who is this tutorial for? This tutorial is the same like any other tutorial on Websites for Beginners. I've identified 3 groups that we work with. If you are an agency and you are very well versed in how builders work, you probably are not interested in these tutorials. You already know a lot. But if you are that person, number 1, who just want to create that one website for yourself or for your auntie, then this is kind of the tutorials. It's not going to be a 1-hour tutorial, never. But after you finish these tutorials, you'll be able to create a crochet website for her in no time. The second group is actually the same group from the first one, but you want to make websites, maybe to make a little bit of income, so you want to learn about it. That's you as well. Then, like in this case, for those small business owners or people who have a business, they want to set up their own website, they don't want to spend money, they just want to know how to do it. This is also the tutorial for you. But I think when it comes to bricks, I want to say there's one group that I usually focus on as well. Bricks is going to be especially for that group, and that is the hobbyist, the person who's just interested in page builder. What? There are people who are interested in page builders and never build websites? Yeah, there are many of them. And if you are one of them, or you are just interested to see what's happening in the world of bricks, you're maybe working with another page builder and you want to see how bricks can compete, then this tutorial is also for you. So head on over, follow the link in the description below, go check out what bricks is all about, and in the coming videos I will show you everything that you need to know, how to practice it, how to build it, how to install it, and we'll do that in this regular 4-module breakdown that we do here at Websites for Beginners. Module 1 is one-pager. Module 2 is going to be multi-pages, where we also bring in more cross-page navigation, forms, and pop-ups. And then Module 3, we will look at blogging, and Module 4, will be about WooCommerce. As always, these tutorials are longer, and that brings us to the values, or rather the focus points here at Websites for Beginners. The first one is that this is a no coding experience. We're never going to bring in coding. That includes CSS. You don't need it. The second thing is we like to focus on beginners. I like to use the word absolute beginners, rather that's a phrase, to really focus on people who have very little background in website design. They don't want to go into massive websites or make a huge career out of it. You're just curious about it and maybe make a little bit money down the line. And lastly, comprehensive solutions. I've watched many tutorials because I like to watch tutorials what others are doing. And most of the tutorials you will find for any page builder online is actually marketing oriented. That's just how it is. A lot of people will give you an hour or 2-hour video, but they don't really show you how you start, how you do this, and how everything fits together. Their purpose is for you to watch so they can collect the money and also market the product in between for affiliation. This is not the focus here. We really focus on education, and that's why it brings me to the 4th principle, that is keep it straight and simple. As you saw, this website that we are creating doesn't contain animation. It doesn't contain weird hover effects. There's no page junk. That is my personal design philosophy. Over years, I've discovered those things are distractions. They are unnecessary, and you spend more time on them when building out your website than actually the content that matters. So we keep it straight and simple, and then you can watch the smaller videos here and on other channels if you want to learn all those fancy maneuvers. This tutorial is presented in chapters, but we also have a complete video for it, and you can always go visit us at w4b.io if you got lost a little bit and want to know what's going on, what goes where. Check out the videos for other page builders. We've done some great stuff for breakdowns if you're interested in that. We're working on Divi. Took a little bit break on Divi because I want a few things sorted out before we tackle Module 3 and Module 4. And as such, because these tutorials get a little bit longer, because they are so comprehensive and a complete solution, timestamps for the long video in the description below. Let's jump into bricks Module 1. This is going to be fun. I like it. This is a fierce builder. It is ferocious, and I truly love it. Let's get into it. And just a quick word. Thank you very much for the support that I've received on this channel. I appreciate all the messages I get, and I hope that this one is also going to blow your mind. Let's get started.